Okay, so I am shopping for a new backpack, and I purchased all of these backpacks myself. Um, and I've had the Low and Sons for, well, I bought one right before COVID, this exact Rowledge, and I didn't use it because I worked from home for like 4 years. And then when I started using it, within a year, the zipper top broke when I was in a work trip in Rwanda, which kind of sucked. So I contacted the company and they graciously offered to replace it for me, which they did. And I've been using this backpack for about a year and a half now. And there's certain things I really like about it. It has this top zip pocket for a phone, which has been super handy when I get in the car. I can just pull it in and out. And then I have really liked the fact that the side zips for water bottles, they expand like that, which has been really nice. And there's a separate laptop sleeve in the back here, which is pretty cool. But I was just in a work trip in Ghana, and the back strap started pulling out. So I actually had one of my students take it, a trainee, I work in academics, take it to a seamstress while I was there to sew it back up and to try and get me home. But the other thing that I've had a problem with is the phone pocket that slips into has died, or it like split. So this is pretty rough looking, but I sewed up the zip pocket to just keep it going. And then the sleeve that fits inside, the laptop sleeve, started to pull apart as well. So I kind of just decided I had some issues with the craftsmanship, although I really like the design of this backpack. I decided that I wanted to get a new one. And I've had MZ Wallace backpack or purses for many years, and I've always really loved them. And so I decided to try an MZ Wallace backpack. So I have two here that I'm trying to decide between. I have the Crosby backpack here, and then I also have the Metro Deluxe backpack. They're both in black. You can see they're slightly different. I sort of like the styling of this one better, but I was a little bit worried that with use, like when I actually came to put my stuff in it, that it would be a little bit small. So it is a little bit smaller. You can see the dimensions on the MZ Wallace site, but it's primarily that it's shorter. It's actually similarly deep. And I liked the zippers on the exterior better than this, but I couldn't decide because I thought, well, when I travel internationally, this bigger size might be better. And so I wanted to sort of see how they packed up. So I got this one from Nordstrom's because Nordstrom's has a fantastic return policy. Nordstrom's didn't have this one in stock, so I bought it directly from MZ Wallace, and I'm going to keep one, but I wanted to see how they packed up for my purposes to decide which one to keep. And so I have sort of like, I guess the other thing is, when this one in Ghana, I just got back from Ghana yesterday, and this one, I spent a lot of time in my evenings actually shopping for backpacks. I think my anxiety is high because I'm in academics and science, and there's a lot going on right now with science at NIH and the federal government. And I found that shopping for backpacks and looking at dimensions was somehow very therapeutic. So I used my hyper-analytic anxiety to look at these two packs. So now that I have them, I'm home. They've both been delivered. I'm trying to sort through which one would be the best for me. So why don't I just take you briefly through how they packed up, and I'll take out what's in this Metro Deluxe, which is pretty well packed up for a work trip, because I just got home yesterday. I just took this stuff out of this one and put it in here to start with. And then I'll move all of it over here, and I'll just talk a little bit about the design of these two to show you kind of where I'm at. I think that this one says it's 21 liters. This Crosby says online that it's 15 liters. And this big one, the Metro Deluxe, says that it is 23 liters. So this is technically by dimensions on websites, this is the largest, second, and the smallest. So I think the primary difference between these two actually is the height. This is about 2.5 inches taller, and stuff does settle at the bottom. So why don't I go through and show you what I've got. So I'm going to just move stuff from this pack into this pack, and then we can kind of look at it. But first, I'll just sort of show the side. This is actually a Contigo coffee cup, and I wasn't sure if this would fit. And I use these cups a lot when I travel and for work. So I was very excited that it fit. The other side, I have a Swell water bottle, and that fit really easily and seamless into here as well. In the front pocket, this is where I keep a lot of the go-to things. I found this a little bit tight, I think because the inside, once it's all packed up, this doesn't have as much depth as the Low & Sons Rowledge, but and this flap here kind of makes it a little bit tougher, I think, to maybe get inside. But in here I have a set of boat keys, which is I keep separately. And then I have my badge for work. And then I also have a new card wallet that I just got from Quince. It has a small zip on top. And a pair of headphones. Let's see what else I have in here. Nothing else. So that's all I have in there right now. I would normally have a set of one more set of keys in here, which I think would probably make it even a little bit tighter, because I have a separate set for our boat and our car. So when I drive to wherever I'm going. So that's this. And I think if we look at the side, the depth of this pocket is probably, well, it's not super deep. It's maybe, about a 1/2 inch deep here. If you look at that little, well, maybe a little more, maybe close to like 3/4 of an inch deep that you kind of have to work with beyond once it gets full up. So it is wide, which is really nice, but it doesn't quite have maybe the access that I was hoping it would have. Okay, so now I'll just undo this piece of it. I usually travel on international flights with a scarf for warmth, even if I'm going to a hot place, because I find the airplanes get cold. I now take my Bose headphones out of their container because they just fit a lot better in the backpack. And then I have a small bag, Seattle bag is where I'm from. No, well, I don't live in Seattle, but near. And in here I have a bunch of tech stuff. I have a battery charger. I have an adapter for my Mac. I have a 4 charger. I have 2 cords here. I have 2 additional cords that I keep in another little bag that I'll show you here in a second. And then I would have an adapter for my international travel that I don't have in here right now. But this is pretty much close to all the tech stuff that I take, that I would routinely take to work. So I live a bit away from where I currently work. So I would take my backpack with that in it. And then I have this, this is an Aloha bag from Hawaii, and it's super soft and really expandable. And I keep a whole bunch of stuff in here for travel. I have my old boarding passes, and I have in here hand sanitizer and deodorant for showers when I take them. I have eyeglass cleaner. I have a toothbrush. I have some body wipes. I have some hearing aid batteries. I have this is where I keep 2 additional cords for charging stuff, because when I'm on a plane, I just keep this little bag underneath my seat, and so my backpack goes above, and then I don't have that much interfering with my feet. So I have those there. I've got a hearing aid case, some lotion, tissue, let's see here, a pen, a couple of hair bands, toothpaste and lip balm. Let's see. And then I actually have some compostable food things for when I traveled last. So let's see. I have a mask in here and some lipstick, a few business cards, and a couple pieces of gum. So I'll just put all this back so you can see kind of what I have. This is, I don't usually travel. Yeah, so that's what I've got in here. And so I'll take that out and put that aside. I also have a charger for my laptop in here. I have my mouse, which is a ergonomic mouse, so it's a little bit bigger than some mice. And then I have a little bag from Aloha also where I keep loads of medications for when I travel, and I can have easy access to them when I'm on a plane if I need, if I get sick or something. And then in the laptop sleeve here, I have a 13-inch MacBook here, and it's a couple years old. And then I also have this remarkable note taker. This is the Pro, so it's like a notebook that is digital. So that's all I have in here. I've got the water bottle I'll take out, and my coffee cup that I have to take out. So there's also, you know, you can see online, there's lots of other videos that show this, but there's a sleeve back here. So anyway, that's how this packed up. I would say that when it was packed up, it definitely all settled to the bottom, which I think put a little more pressure on this pocket and made things a little less accessible. But it packed up pretty nicely. And if I had a sweater, like when I got to a hot place, the plane would be cool, and then I could easily take that sweater off and probably stuff it in here. So there's a little bit more wiggle room with this one than I think maybe the Crosby, just because of the height. But things do settle in here, at least for the amount of stuff that I typically take. But I do like the fact that it has this extra sort of space to fill. Like when I just bought a couple of small bags to give as gifts at the airport, and I was able to tuck those in the Low and Sons. And I'm sure I would be able to do that here because this is even a little bit taller than the Low and Sons pack. It's probably a little hard to tell, but so now when we pack up, I actually kind of liked the look of this a little bit better. It was maybe a little girlier. I like the hardware. So even if it was the smallest one, and I had read online that a few people said that they felt like even though it was smaller, the design of it made it so that it seemed to fit stuff just as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put things in here. So again, it's maybe a little bit tighter because there's this leather piece here on this one, but I can get my coffee cup in here, which is great. And then on the other side, I'll pop in the water bottle, and that goes in just fine. Inside here, I'll put in the laptop and my digital notebook. So that fits in there just as well. I put the charger at the bottom and my meds at the bottom of my backpack, and the mouse also kind of at the bottom. And then I put, let's see here, what have I got? This bag, my little Aloha bag here. I put this in here, and I actually put it kind of on the side so that I can easily pull it out. I don't know if you can really see that. And then here's the cord bag, the stuff also kind of next to it. So when it's in there, it fills up probably about 2/3 of the way with those two bags in there. And then I can put in my scarf and stuff that in there. And then last but not least, my headphones, which are like way better than any lounge. I think lounges are not that great these days. So I invested in that nice pair of Bose headphones. So that's all that's in here. I would say that it's pretty full at the top. It goes pretty much to the top with that stuff in there. And then this pocket, one thing I really like about this pocket is it doesn't have that top flap like this one, this little flap here. So when you open it, it's just open. And so it feels a little bit more accessible, and it's such an important pocket. So my wallet now fits nicely in there. My work badge fits nicely in there with no problem. And my one set of keys for now fits nicely in there. I really like I have an old phone here. I'll just demonstrate it with this little front pocket because it feels like it's really great for a phone. And I don't really have an easy place to put the phone in this bag unless I only put one beverage. Then I could use one of these sides for a phone. And in fact, it does fit just fine. I wasn't sure that's like a Pro Max size. So it does fit just fine in this pack. So, and then I've got my little set of iPod headphones. So zip that up. I did not put anything in here. There's another zip inside on the other side. So you probably put either stuff here on the exterior, and I probably put some wipes, like some wipes to wipe down the arms of a airplane seat to kind of disinfect it, because I don't think those are washed clean very often, or body wipes or something like that in here. But there's not a ton of space because inside it's pretty full up. But it is pretty wide and thick. I don't know if you can really see like the top of that. It's like 4.5 inches. And that's about the same size as the Low & Sons depth. The main, at the bottom of the Low & Sons, it says it's like full 5. I think this is 4. And the reason is that the Low & Sons adds a little bit of depth for the backpack, for the laptop sleeve. So I do like the hardware on this. I think it's really cute. The other thing that I really like is I like that on this version, as opposed to on the Crosby, as opposed to the Metro, I have, well, I think I would have it on both, but I have this cute little gift that I got from some Thai colleagues when I was in Thailand last, and I had it attached to the backpack here at the handle. So, and I found that I could easily attach it to the zips on the MZ Wallace Crosby. I think I could probably attach it on this one as well. Let me just try it here quick. But sometimes people like to personalize their pack a little bit, and yeah, I'd certainly be able to do that with this here as well. So it's kind of fun and whimsical. If you like it, if not, then whatever. So this is where I'm at. I think I'm in the same place. I'm not sure what to decide, but I think I like the styling of this backpack better. I certainly like this sleeve better, this zipper pocket, as opposed to this one. Just for some reason, this sort of gets in the way of giving me access. And I like the fact that they both fit both bottles that I need. I can't keep both because I can't really afford both. So I'm leaning towards the Crosby, but I will probably, it's my first video I've ever posted on YouTube. So I'm a little undecided as of yet. I'm going to see what my husband thinks, and I will post, I suppose, below where I end up getting, which one I end up getting. But I'm leaning towards the Crosby just because I really like this front pocket, and I use this front pocket and this bag all the time. It's where like I go for my wallet, my keys, my badge, like back and forth all the time, getting in and out, as well as my water bottle and my coffee. So I think that that may be more important than having the extra space. But I'll let you know. All right. So hopefully this has been helpful. And I think that I can also update it later depending on how much interest there is in it. I'm sure I'll probably get like 0 views because I've never posted anything before. But if you're one of the few that find it and you find it useful, that's great. Like I said, I didn't get any benefits. I don't have any links for you to give me a discount or anything like that. It's just sort of my opinion and my like thinking through of which pack to get. So hopefully it was helpful. Okay, bye.